Welcome to JC's Stocks and Markets podcast for September 21st, 2024. I'm JC, been investing in the stock market for 40 plus years. Every other week I publish a new idea on YouTube regarding new stocks or ETFs that I research. And I usually do this on every other Saturday. Just sharing because I always like researching new investment ideas. My intentions with the podcast, I share my thoughts and opinions on some stock and ETF picks with an emphasis on dividend-paying securities. I just want to share investment ideas so you and I can make some money. Not doing this for any money from anyone. The opinions shared here are my own. They're just that, opinions. I invest in many of the stocks and ETFs that are featured in these podcasts. Not the one today, but I'm looking at it. Disclaimer, do your due diligence before investing in anything, and that's anything. With that, let's go make some money. Today we're going to look at a closed-end fund, one I just discovered, Calamos Strategic Total Return Fund. This group, Calamos, has a whole bunch of different closed-end funds that I think would be good to look at for anybody who's looking for dividends and possibly appreciation. I just stumbled upon this week, and I'm pretty geeked about it. I like it. This one in particular, CSQ, the Strategic Total Return Fund, basically they take capital appreciation from big companies. They divested a real diversified portfolio of securities in high yield funds. They also use a bunch of leverage as far as to manage risk as well as to gain appreciation. This one is hot as far as I'm concerned because it provides a constant monthly distribution, and honestly, the long-term returns are really good over the life of this fund. So that's why I'm considering it. Some basic information on CSQ. The market cap is about $2.75 billion. Earnings per share is $3.03. Dividend in yield. Dividends are well covered, $1.23 per share per year. $7.26 is the return, and I enclosed the box with the volume because it does trade at a pretty good clip, so it's pretty liquid, which is good for investors as well. Calamos portfolio is a pretty wide variety, diversified, and it's primarily U.S. equities, which is also good too, and high yield securities. As you can see from the average annual returns, heck, this thing it did returns of over 9% a year over the life of the fund, which is over 20 years old. CSQ is really attractive, and they have other ones that yield higher, but they have a little more risk. You might want to go to their website. A lot of this information, what I've showed you, except for the basics, is from right straight from their website, the fact sheet and basic information. It's worth looking into. There's a little detail with some of the information that I've boxed in here. You can see the portfolio asset allocation at the top, mostly common stocks. There's some convertibles, about 10% corporate bonds. They're about 30% leverage, which is kind of high for, at least for stuff that I'm invested in. I guess you have to watch out. It's closed-end fund, so it can swing a little bit if there's market swings. But this one's returned pretty good on the average. So turnover portfolio, they trade a lot of stocks, and I think that's where you get a lot of the return on capital, like you see at the bottom there. It's a lot of return on capital because they're making money in trading stocks. Their expense ratio is pretty high, 2.72%, but the 9% is after that expense ratio is taken out of it. I don't really like the high expense ratio, but if you're going to get 9+% over 20 years on average, pretty good. Top 10 holdings, you can see right there. Microsoft, Nvidia, Alphabet. They've got a lot of big companies as their largest holdings. My guess is they've learned a good way to trade these things, as well as to invest in bonds to increase the returns on your investment. Lastly, I'd like to share the 3-month chart Right now, it's at the higher end of the Bollinger Bands, and it's pretty much overbought right now. If I was to buy into this thing, I would wait till it drops back closer to the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, which is 1650 or so, and also when it becomes more, let's say, oversold. I like it. It's consistent. It pays a constant 10.25% dividend every month, and it has been for years, and it will be into the future as far as they're concerned. I would do your diligence on the website, though. Take a look at it. May or may not be your bag. The companies you're looking at are pretty highly capitalized, big companies. $1 trillion companies in the largest holdings. So, anyway, it's JC Stocks and Markets podcast. I hope you enjoyed the program. The intro and outro song is a song I wrote called "She's the One." I wrote it. The band Just One Goat that I used to play in played it. They did the magic. It has some nice meaning to me. With that, happy investing. See you later. 2 weeks from now.
Beautiful, but I know my way back home. A loving girl, if physical, but I never have to roam. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. Everything is magical, even when she's not around. No, it's not that radical, I just know what I have found. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. She's making my life so much stronger. God, let me stay just a little bit longer. She's the one. Yeah, she's the one. Wasted all this